everyone. My name is Chief Warrant Officer Cameron Kelsey, and amongst many things that I do here at the Supply Corps School, I am the command historian. So I'm excited to talk about it, and I'm definitely excited to get inside here and start our tour and show you what the Supply Corps School is all about and our history. The origins of the Navy Supply Corps School started in 1905 at the Navy Department in Washington, D.C., where the Naval Pay Officer School was established. The purpose of the school was to instruct officers in the areas of supplies and accounts. It closed after 3 months. In 1918, the Officers' Material School for Supply Corps was established at Princeton University, and this was done in order to accommodate the increased number of officers being qualified for assignments with the fleet during World War I. And at the end of World War I, the school was closed as a surplus of officers was now available. The Navy Supply Corps School would not reopen until July 16, 1921. And at this point, the first official Navy Supply Corps School of Application was established in Washington, D.C. And during this time, officers of the Corps were also under instruction attending different night courses at the schools of finance, commerce, and accounts at New York University and the University of Pennsylvania, as well as Georgetown University School of Law and the Pace Institute in Washington, D.C. On September 1st, 1934, Captain David Potter established the Navy Finance and Supply School at the Navy Yard in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And Philadelphia was selected as the location for the school for several reasons. The area was large enough to accommodate the schools. Students had the advantage of practical service operations located close to a large industrial center, and the faculty had the ability to build contracts with different institutions in the area. Sensing a war on the horizon and knowing that would need a buildup of Supply Corps officers, Supply Corps School was moved to Harvard Graduate School of Business Administration in Boston, Massachusetts, and officially opened there on September 24, 1941, and was renamed the Navy Supply Corps School, which is still used to identify the Cradle of the Corps today. In January 1943, the first Navy Supply Corps School for Women accepted for volunteer emergency services, also known as the WAVES program, was established at Radcliffe College in Cambridge, Massachusetts, with 150 officers attending. In early 1944, with World War II still raging, some supply courses began to move from Harvard to Bayonne, New Jersey. The BQC, however, didn't officially move to the Navy Supply Operational Training Center in Bayonne until after the war on July 1st, 1946. Now, the school would be taught in Bayonne until 1953, when it would transition to Athens. The Navy Supply Corps School became a standalone command on 58 acres that sat adjacent to the University of Georgia, and the site had been used as a school of various types since the 1860s to include a university high school and a Confederate military school. On January 24, 2011, the Navy Supply Corps School officially opened adjacent to Navy War College on Coaster Harbor Island in Newport, Rhode Island. Captain James Davis transferred from Athens as the commanding officer.
It's bittersweet that we have to close the school, close the base, but I'm here to tell you it's the people. I just love the spirit. The bricks, the mortar, yeah, that's all going to remain behind, but I just love the fact that we have such a dedicated workforce of tremendous individuals.
The new 58,000 square foot facility was named the Wheeler Center in honor of Vice Chief Navy Material Kenneth Wheeler, 31st Chief of Supply Corps, who was held as a prisoner of war by the Japanese during World War II. The new facility has 11 state-of-the-art classrooms, one large multi-purpose room, a Navy cash lab, and various shipboard mock-ups, which are all used for training. Come with me, everybody. Come get a taste of what shipboard life is like. Here we are in our mock-ups, which for those of us that teach here, these are great tools because we can bring our students in here and actually show them, or give them a little taste, I should say, of what shipboard life is like. For example, here we are in our food service mock-up. Got a mock-up of the mess decks. Here you can see the drink line. If you follow me back here, you can see we've got a serving line set up today. We've got all of our galley equipment scattered throughout. Just a great training tool. Here we see some of our other great mock-ups that we've got. We can bring students down and talk to them about everything from laundry hazmat, to vending, to barber shops, and one of my personal favorites, our ship store mock-up. How cool is this? We've got everything laid out just like you'd see in a ship store on a ship. We're here in our hazmat classroom, which has been renamed the Slaney Room in honor of Mr. Richard Slaney, a retired Navy Master Chief who taught at Athens until 2011, when he transferred to Newport with the schoolhouse. And shortly after the schoolhouse moved up here and everybody got settled in and classes begun, tragically Mr. Slaney passed away. Welcome to the Powell Library. The Powell Library is filled with books, historic documents, artifacts, memorabilia, and photographs that were transferred here when the schoolhouse relocated from Athens. Here we are at the display case that contains artifacts from the life of Rear Admiral Powell. Family photographs and uniform components provide a glimpse into the life of his historic Supply Corps officer. In 1985, Powell was selected for the rank of Rear Admiral and became the first African-American flag officer in the Navy Supply Corps and only the 8th African-American flag officer overall in the U.S. Navy. The library also provides a place for a bit of relaxation after a long day in the classroom. The library is also utilized for intimate gatherings such as honor grad receptions and spouses group get-togethers. When the school made the move from Athens, Georgia, many plaques, sculptures, and historically significant artifacts made the trip as well. On the interior and exterior of the schoolhouse, students can wander around and learn about the history of the supply. The schoolhouse is also fortunate to have a collection of antiquated uniforms worn by supply officers throughout history. These uniforms line the passageway on the first deck, immersing students in Supply Corps history every day. Tradition is cherished here at the schoolhouse. Every week, students and staff gather for quarters. In addition to school-wide announcements and training, the Lore of the Corps Spotlight is presented, which highlights a Supply Corps officer or enlisted sailor who contributed significantly to the Supply Corps. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community by participating in many volunteer events. From beach cleanups and blood drives to landscaping and 4th of July parades, we are first in line. We also value camaraderie and relationship building. Once or twice a quarter, the schoolhouse will hold fun-filled events, from chili cook-offs to the annual command picnic and Hispanic Heritage Month meal, all meant to bolster personal and professional relationships by strengthening networks. Navy Supply networking begins right here. The Navy Supply Corps School is composed of an active duty training program, 20 weeks in length, known as the Basic Qualification Course, or as we say, BQC. The BQC is designed for newly commissioned supply officers from the U.S. Naval Academy, Officer Candidate School, and Naval Reserve Officer Training Course for limited duty officers or other officers who have been redesignated from other communities. The BQC includes 5 separate training modules: supply management, food service operation, retail operation, dispersing management, and leadership management. Each course provides the students with a basic understanding of supply department operations. In addition to the BQC program, the school provides instruction in other supply-centric areas, such as Joint Aviation Supply Material Maintenance Management, Transportation of Hazardous Material, or HAZMAT, Reserve Supply Management Advanced Refresher Training, Supply Officer Department Head Course, Senior Supply Officer Department Head Course, Expeditionary Logistics, International Officer Supply Course, and International Logistics Executive Advanced Development Course. A month or so before graduation, most of them discover where their first assignments will be, at what we call orders reading. Now, most assignments are on board ships, but ashore and overseas assignments are also common. Graduation is held once a quarter.
Lieutenant Junior Grade Abraham Baca reporting to MQ-25 Fleet Introduction Team out of Pax River, Maryland.
And is an exciting time for the students and their families. Captain Jim Davis was the first commanding officer of the Navy Supply Corps School in Newport, Rhode Island. He assumed command on December 1st, 2010 in Athens, Georgia, and turned over the reins in Newport on February 3, 2012. He retired shortly thereafter. Commander Carl Heron served 5 months as the acting commanding officer until Captain Mark Pimpo assumed command on June 8, 2012. He retired shortly after he turned command over to Captain Kristen D. Fabry on June 6, 2014. Captain Fabry was the first female Supply Corps officer to take command of the Navy Supply Corps School. She later achieved the rank of Rear Admiral Lower Half and retired in 2022. Captain Doug Noble assumed command on July 15, 2016. Captain Noble later went on to achieve the rank of Rear Admiral Upper Half, retiring in 2024. On August 24, 2018, Captain Nick L. Rapley assumed command of the schoolhouse. Captain Rapley retired in 2023. Captain Michael A. York assumed command on July 10, 2020. Later, Captain York achieved the rank of Rear Admiral Lower Half. He currently is the commander of distribution at the Defense Logistics Agency. Captain Jason C. Warner assumed command of Navy Supply Corps School on July 22, 2022. Captain Warner retired in 2024, shortly after turning over command to Captain Thomas Ritchie Jenkins on August 16, 2024. And he's the current commanding officer of this prestigious educational institution. Thank you for going with me today on this journey through the Navy Supply Corps School. From our humble beginnings in 1795 to our current state-of-the-art location that we have here in Newport, Rhode Island, the Navy Supply Corps School has always been at the forefront of logistics education. Fair winds and following seas.